Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Darcy.
Good morning, Jeffrey. Good morning, Craig and Patricia.
Uh-oh. We already have people in?
Mm-hmm.
What is this? He's already sent us links and stuff?
Yep, spam. He's spamming us.
Can you open that and see what that is? Because I am going to go see if I can get our rewards going. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's see. How can we do this? We have uh, a loyalty thing going now. So if people watch, they can earn points and then they can play games in our chat.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. We should
Okay.
start out by the first thing we do is we can do betting, and can Jeff figure this out? The answer is going to be no. Let's see. Can I add? How did I add people last time? Hmm. I did it when I was practicing. Add points to all viewers. We're gonna add 1 point for now. So did that work? How do we get
Your
viewers?
eyes are real creepy, just so you know. They're moving around a little bit more on their own. You turned sideways and your eyes kind of stayed still.
Hmm. Maybe I can't figure out how to get it to work. I'll have to play with it more. Now I'm sad.
Oh, sad.
I don't know how I did it. Chatbot.
It's not working, Craig.
What's Craig
Mm,
saying? Where's my money?
yep.
Where's my
It's
games?
over.
I heard games. Just get back to work. Just do your work stuff. Let's see. Default commands. Variables. So our special commands. Keys, media share, loyalty. Display the top users. Display. Add points. Remove points. Give points. There's a heist. We can play heists.
Mm,
This all sounds
uh,
exciting.
it's super exciting.
Redeem allows viewers to redeem their points. Oh no, we can't have that happening.
No. This site for funny jokes, it says 40 plus weather jokes so foggy, funny, they can't be missed. Missed. Oh man, that's good stuff.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe I have to do it manually. Oh, and then it's gonna be fun for some of our viewers. Craig, um, go to your YouTube channel and put in your link. I'm gonna see if I can do it. I can't do it. I don't think I can get to you guys. Yeah. I need your YouTube URL. Just chat it to me on Discord. If you're not at work. If you're at work, I totally get it. So, today we have an exciting show. If we're not going to worry about the stupid points thing for very long, but I thought I could grab everybody automatically. So we'll still have to work on that. Um, but today we have an exciting show about some weather stuff,
yep,
weather events and weather types, right?
yep.
And you're going to
So,
learn all kinds of not facts,
yeah, just some
some things.
things that we found quickly.
Oh, wait. I think I know how to do it. So you gotta tell another joke. Give me a second.
Oh, uh, what did one volcano say to the other? I lava you. Sorry, that was just the first one. Uh, what falls but never hits the ground? The temperature. Yeah, the title was better than any of these jokes.
That's actually really funny. Yeah, I didn't figure it out. It's too bad.
Oh, this
Okay.
one's the one that you said. What do you call it when it's raining? Or I'm sorry. What do you call it when it's pouring ducks and geese? Foul weather.
That
Oh man.
one is a goodie. Alright, we'll get on to the show. I can't get it going. So, we have first up some James Webb pictures. We have, I gotta get that going over here and switch here. It's kind of pretty. I think we've seen the image before, but the article. So this is the first science quality image released. Really? You're just now writing about this? There was the reason I grabbed it because there was a new one.
Slow news day. They're like, let's talk about this again.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They had Robert Lee just decided that they needed another article in space.com. I think that space.com would have covered this already. I don't know. I guess it's a sparkler galaxy. That's what they're trying to say. Spots a sparkler galaxy that could host the universe's first stars. Well, I thought we already knew this. But maybe they're just recycling the image?
Maybe.
Here,
Maybe it's not put together yet.
Have we seen this one yet?
This picture?
I'm opening a new
I thought
picture.
this was the picture where we talked about the little starbursts. Oh.
This picture? I think they're analyzing
Yeah. I
maybe
don't remember
different
seeing
pieces.
this.
So over here in this original picture, they're looking at, let's see, it's at the bottom of the star with the little slashy. Right here?
Yeah.
And then they can zoom in, and the Hubble, it looked like this. They're like, we have no clue what that is. And then here, they're like, oh, we got dots, and we can even zoom in on that dot.
And look at all the little dots around it. That's crazy.
Yep. And they're think of global clusters as aging like humans do. Aging global clusters in the Milky Way is like looking at a picture, trying to say if a person is a 50-year-old rather than a 55-year-old. It's easier to tell if somebody is 5 years old or if they're 10 years old, or even but if they're 1 year old or if they're 6. But when you get older, it's harder to tell the difference between the ages. So it's kind of like here we're looking at something that's 9 billion years ago.
Yeah. Is it 9 billion or 9 billion and a half? Yeah, that's cool. So it started off not so cool, but now it's cool again. I like it.
I'm having trouble with. I just realized while you made your comment about I didn't put links in the OneNote. You're kind of
That's
flying
okay.
blind over on your side.
That's okay. It's like
It was just funny.
it's a fun experience for me too. I have no idea what's coming up next. This way I can ask all the questions.
I was just thinking about that as I'm sitting here reading the article. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why she wanted to see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop them in real quick.
Okay.
All right, here's our next one. What do you think that's pictures of?
I'm gonna guess it's a picture of Mars from the James Webb Telescope. I'm gonna guess somewhere around September 5th.
That is a really good guess.
Yeah, I'm good at guessing.
What is
Are you
that?
putting the
Yeah, I did.
articles in
I
the?
did. Hmm.
Oh, okay.
What does that picture say to you? When art speaks to people, what is that? How is that
Um,
speaking?
I think that it's maybe Mars still has some heat left inside, but maybe not. I don't know.
So, what's your thought on this whole Mars thing? We really focus a lot on Mars because it
For
is.
what, like to go live there?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I think we'll end up doing it just because there's so many books and movies about it that people really want to make it happen. Um, but I mean, I guess to be able to do it somewhere close. It seems like you would try doing it on the moon first because that's a lot closer. Um, you know, it's not like you could still call if there's an emergency and have somebody come help you right away, but it's still a lot closer than Mars. Um, and then you could, move out from there. But um, I don't know. I guess if you want to be a space, what does Elon Musk call it? Um, as anyways, to be able to go out in space and explore new places, I guess you need to start with being able to colonize places and having some home bases and stuff. So I don't know. I say go for it. I'll stay here.
Well, I agree with you. I think the moon should easily be the first kind of like test ground.
Yeah.
I don't know why we even. I mean, I get why we would look to Mars as a larger long term plan, but really just if we can't build it on the moon, yeah, that's what I agree with Craig and you. It's the moon makes just the most sense.
Yeah.
So,
I think people think that since Mars clearly used to have water on it and stuff, that it could probably be like that again. But I don't know. I've seen some science shows and read some articles where it's like even if you could melt the ice caps and create some sort of atmosphere, there's still no magnetic field. So I don't know. There's not a whole, and I mean, even that will take hundreds, if not thousands of years. So, you know, in the meantime, like, what's the rush to get over there?
trying to get
Oh,
Craig's link. I can't get it.
yeah, I couldn't.
It wants to open in my little chat window. He heard his video.
I didn't hear it. Is it? I'm ass- I'm assuming since he says it's him working that there's some machinery. Is it loud?
I don't know. I can't do it.
Oh,
I have to have it scraped out of chat a different way because if I click, it doesn't give me a copy paste. It's kind of funny.
oh, I right clicked on it to open it in a new tab, but it said it couldn't open it.
Let me do it. And then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this.
The show's turning into a musical. I like it. I am a little bummed that my mouth doesn't really work anymore on my animes.
Oh, I've reached my maximum limit. Sorry, Craig. I was also pulling your other article. We're covering it, but it tells me I can't look at the New York Times anymore. Well, I don't know. I think Mars is a good goal eventually, someday, way down the road, but as we've said,
Mm.
the moon makes sense. I'd take a trip to the moon before I go to Mars. Because you can do the moon in like, what is it, 12, 18 hours easy,
I
I
thought it
think?
was still a couple days.
I
Although
thought it was definitely less.
I cannot spell or type, I guess. Lately.
Mars is
Oh,
relative.
about 3 days.
3 days. Oh man, I'm way
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, you were way off. You're like 12 hours. It takes about 3 days for a spacecraft to reach the moon. During that time, the spacecraft travels at least 240,000 miles. And that's 386,400 kilometers, which is the distance between. Oh, that's the distance between the Earth and the moon. That's why it takes that long to get there. That's hilarious.
What?
I like that.
I missed it.
So it says it said that it's 240,000 miles to get to the moon because that's the distance between the Earth and the moon. It's being like it takes, 2 hours to get from here to there, and that's because that's how long it takes to get between the two. I don't know. I just thought it was it was reiterating and it didn't have to clear. Anyway,
No,
so 3
still
days.
is over my head.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
What
Somehow Craig's on the list. He's getting
His
points. Yeah.
point.
Yeah. I see him in the points. Good job, Craig.
Maybe you have to.
I don't know what he did. That's funny. So we're going to give him some bonus points. Because he's the
For being the
first.
first one to get.
Yeah.
You got points first, so you keep. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Craig. The top chatter. Patricia, start putting in your chats.
Yep. There we go.
So we can get.
Craig's you got 52 points. So some of your
Whoa.
commands that you can do. Let's see. That'd be
It's
nice.
not gonna be very fun. He's gonna be playing by himself.
Actually, technically, if I got my guy on that I was testing with, which would be my other one, but
we can play too.
yeah, if you go in under yourself, so you can do it that way. Where's the commands? Default commands. All right, so if you want to play the heist game, you put in an exclamation heist and then a space and your number of points. And if you want to do the slot machine, it's the same thing with just exclamation slots and then your points. And this there's a duel where you can duel people. There's also a magic 8-ball, but I don't think I turned that on. And then there's some betting and stuff like that. And you can see who has the top points and stuff. But we'll go back to our story for a minute.
Might as well.
Might as well. Mars is so bright that the challenge is how to see it because of how close it is. They marked the proximity of Mars meant the telescope risks becoming overheated or rendering its instruments useless due to the brightness of the planet. Oh, why would you point your fancy telescope at something that's going to break it?
Just like looking at the solar eclipse.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, they're like, well, we think we can, you always think you can do it. You're like, well, if I just put most of my hand up there and just crack my fingers, maybe that'll work.
They're like, all these scientists that have been talking about this for a week, telling us not to look directly at the sun. What do they know? Like, oh. I think I might be the dummy.
Yeah. There's nothing really. They just looked at it with their infrared cameras and they did short exposures is the way they tackled it. This required very small measurements of light that hit the telescope's detectors and specific methods.
Now we're going to keep having new pictures from the James Webb with little Marses on it.
The sunspots.
This one looks like Mars. Oopsies.
Craig, you got dolphin. Sparkling heart, you lost your 50 beats. You bet all 50 points and you lost them.
Oh man.
Sorry, it's so funny. It's like you got gifted the casino's like free entry money to get you hooked in. You blew it all on your first pull. Here, let me give you some more points. That's so funny. You need to be you need to be a little bit
I
more
think the rest of the
conservative.
show, or from now on, should be Greg playing the slots, you giving him points, and you guys just seeing what he gets. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, let's give him 100 points this time.
Yeah, don't blow it all in one slot.
All right. So next we have a pretty asteroid.
Is this this looks like, what's that movie? With Bruce Willis and, oh my gosh, it was so bad.
Armageddon?
Ben Affleck. Yep, that one.
That's a good movie. I own it. I have the DVD in a box somewhere.
Nice.
You want to buy it? I'll sell it to you.
No. I don't even have a DVD player.
I can sell you that too. Do you want a 5-disc one or a single disc one?
I would buy a VHS player before I buy a DVD player.
I can sell you a VHS player if you want.
Yeah?
I'm an electronics store. Been cleaning out my mom's
Alright.
basement, and there's all kinds of fun little goodies back there from the 80s and 90s. So
Yeah, actually, I don't know. I must have left all my movies when I moved to Florida. I had a whole bunch of VHS. I had a couple DVDs, but yeah, I had The Matrix and Fight Club, and I had all the Hellraisers, almost all the Nightmare on Elm Streets. I had quite the collection. I had other stuff too, but that's all I really remember.
I think I still even have an unopened Sixth Sense. And I don't know how that happened. Like, I think I watched the movie and I liked it, and then I think Robin was working at Office Depot and they got rid of all their DVDs, and she got it for free, and then there's no point in watching it again once you see it. Because it's kind of a not the greatest movie, but the whole hook is the point of the movie, and then once you know everything, it's like, oh. So.
Yeah, really what made the movie good was the ending.
The ending?
Yeah. The twist at the end. And I was like, oh, that was good. I didn't know. And you're like, maybe I did like the movie.
Yeah,
that's like the end.
That's exactly it. It's kind of like, it's just like, yeah, maybe I did like that, but then you're like, no.
Still don't. But there was all those funny pins that came out after where it said like, I see dumb people, and that was hilarious. The early 2000s. It was a that was a fun time.
All right. So what did NASA do with all of our money, our tax dollars? They crashed something. What were you gonna say?
I was looking to see if I could find out what they did.
No, they probably
Did they do anything? I thought they just watched it.
After 10 months flying in space, NASA's Double Asteroid Redirection Test, DART, the world's first planetary defense technology demonstration, successfully impacted its asteroid target on Monday, the agency's first attempt to move an asteroid in space. We're going to think back to that day and be like, man, do you remember?
Remember when we put this asteroid on a direct course for us on accident?
Well, it's the day when we learned how to start throwing Little
Mm.
rocks at bigger rocks.
I don't know why this. Yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna move on.
What were you gonna say?
It was too far off topic.
After 10 months flying in space, NASA's double asteroid redirection test. They're just repeating the same thing. I like Science Daily because they give you everything right at the top, but then you got to scroll past it again. Mission Control, how long do they do this for? Well, we know 10 months, but DART represents an unprecedented success for planetary defense. Okay. Did it work? One-way trip successfully navigated a spacecraft to intentionally collide. Yeah, so they built this thing to intentionally do this and deflect it. Investigation team now observes to impact. I was just seeing how much I moved it. Are we talking? Oh, pair within. I don't even see where they kind of brag it up in this one section where they talk about how the systems guided the 1,200 pound. Or are you gonna read that part?
No, I was just gonna be like, I think this might be it, but go ahead.
Yeah, the little rock that we threw at the big rock was about 1,200 pounds, and looks like it flew into it at 14,000 miles an hour to slightly slow the asteroid's speed. Just kind of shrugged it off. It was like, ah. But that's the Armageddon story there.
Yeah.
We put a little bomb on it and it didn't even do anything.
No.
But kind of cool. Now we're
That is cool.
wasting our money and just shooting stuff up into the sky and crashing into asteroids that weren't even going to hit our planet in the first place. But you do have to practice doing it before you can go to game time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's some things where it's like, okay, the old trial by fire, I guess, works when you have your first dish job, or you have to be a cashier or whatever. Not you're gonna get yelled at and you're probably gonna cry, but it's not gonna be life threatening. You don't really want to be like a trial by fire with an asteroid coming at the Earth.
Yeah,
Everybody
I agree. That's the worst. That would be the worst time.
Yeah. So, hey, nice. Way to go.
I'm so curious on how Craig got on in our little list.
Me too. How, Craig?
He's sneaky.
Is it time for a quick break?
Yes, it is. That's exactly it. And guess what we have? We have a new break screen. I think it's going to play the music right away. Hold on.
Intermission. Be back in 5 minutes.
Oh, we don't have intermission music. That's the one thing that they get linked up. You know how when you're missing files and you start a program up, it yells at me every time I open OBS. It's like you're missing the MP4s. I don't know where we must have stored them on my computer directly or something. We'll have to find them and put them in our OneDrive.
Can you play the one from the opening?
I can't play. I don't have a link to any.
I see. I'm picking up where you put that.
Yeah, we didn't have any in our OneDrive for some reason.
It'll just have to be silent.
It'll just be silence. All right, we'll see everybody in a few.
Crickets.
Crickets. Everybody enjoying our music? Hope so. Let's see. Next time they will drill a rocket into it and try to drive it around. That's funny.
What does a cloud wear under its raincoat? Raincoat. Thunderwear. Oh man, it got funnier as the time went on.
It did, as it kind of simmered a little bit, wafted around. Oh, you have your regular person logged in, right?
No, not right now.
Okay.
To what?
I'm still curious on how Mr. Craig got got in.
Because he's a cheater. Just kidding. Sorry, Craig. I didn't mean it.
It's awesome.
Let me see.
Just trying to share that information to everybody else. Because I didn't do anything, I don't think, on my side. And I can't see our stupid stream.
Rude. It is not stupid.
But we can get off our intermission screen. Go back to our main screen. I was thinking, man, this is so sad that it wasn't zoomed in for everybody to get blinded.
It really does look like it's from Armageddon, though. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that similar to the picture?
Now we have a big giant heart. Because we just love all our viewers.
Yep. That is a weird looking heart. It looks like Vecna.
I think I'm looking away
I'm
from
finally watching Stranger Things, so.
I'm finally watching it. I don't watch it. I've retired from Stranger Things because it's just too strange. Huh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what
I
I'm
think
talking
it's the
about?
best season yet.
It's the best season?
Yep. I've liked pretty much all the seasons so far, but this one's my favorite so far.
You weren't telling me I was
Beans.
looking away from you the whole time. It's kind of funny.
What do you mean?
I was trying to
Look at your screen. Other screen.
yeah, without a third screen, it's just interesting. Everything's just a little interesting today.
Yep.
This is a picture of.
A heart.
Well, yeah. But it's the love hormone.
Oh.
Producer, maybe.
I don't like my eyebrows while we're having this conversation. For some reason, like my little head keeps moving. I have no control.
That's funny.
Okay. Let's do this. The love hormone.
What do you think? It can mend broken hearts, it says.
Oh, that's sweet.
I don't believe it.
I mean, oh. So I was just reading it. That's pretty cool.
Well, read it to us.
Oh, okay. It says oxytocin is sometimes called the love hormone, may help heal broken hearts, literally. In a new study of zebrafish and human cells, scientists found that the brain-made hormone may help heart tissue regenerate after injury and, in theory, could someday be used in the treatment of heart attacks, according to the research. Oxytocin has been nicknamed the love or cuddle hormone for its known role in forgiving social bonds, forging social bonds. I think either works.
Foraging.
forging social bonds and trust between people, and its levels often rise when people cuddle. And let's see.
Is that what aliens siphon off of us? They want us to love, and
Very
then they,
important.
yeah, and then they suck off the hormones.
I hope not.
That's when you get abducted. That's the exact moment you get abducted. At
Oh,
maximum cuddle time.
sad. That's like in Supernatural when the darkness came to get Cass when he was finally happy, and he told Dean how much he loved him. It was very sweet. He's like, he's happy. I'm coming to get him. Sorry, we just finished watching that over again too. Mm. Let's see.
I was trying to do like a dramatic, like, and look away.
And this is why Darcy doesn't have the stage very often.
No, you're doing great. It's awesome. Go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna try to do like a Darcy side of things and add in, and then you did exactly like I do and just kept going. And so keep on going.
They also tested 14 other brain-made hormones, but none of the others could coax the cells into the desired stem-like state required to make new, cardiomyocyte, according to the statement. Yeah, try saying that 5 times fast. The team then conducted follow-up experiments in zebrafish, a fish in the minnow family known for its impressive ability to regenerate tissues in its body, including the brain, bones, and heart. The team found that within 3 days of a cardiac injury, the fish's brains began pumping out oxytocin like mad, producing up to 20 times more than they had prior to the injury. The hormones then traveled to the heart, plunged into its receptors, and kicked off the process of transforming epicardial cells into new cardiomyocytes. That is not how you say that. This is really cool though. And I don't know, I can't think of a time that you would need to have a feel-good hormone than after like something as scary as a heart attack. So it's like two good things. That's my take.
Yeah.
I had a heart attack and now I get to, maybe get a little stress off, which would help. Seems like it would help with the recovery too.
Yeah. Definitely. I would say you don't want you wouldn't want to add any more stress to your heart. I mean, it's kind of it's interesting how the body works to take care of itself, right? And I think a lot of times it's us messing it up because we don't let it just do its thing.
Yeah. Yep. I agree with that.
All right. We have a cute little guy next.
Bye. Heart.
I got a switchy. Look at this little guy.
Aw, what a cutie pie.
Songbirds gotta get a lot of love for their dulcet tones. Is that it? Dulcet? Never heard that word. Dulcet?
Dulcet? I don't know. Let me look it up while you continue.
Yeah. But drummers may start to steal some of that spotlight. Woodpeckers, which don't sting but drum on trees, have brain regions that are similar to those of songbirds, researchers report. As of September 20th in PLOS Biology, The finding is surprising because songbirds use these regions to learn their songs at an early age, yet it is not clear if woodpeckers learn their drum beats. Oh, learn their drum beats. Whether woodpeckers do or do not, the results suggest a shared evolutionary origin for both singing and drumming.
That is really cool. So it's not just annoying, it's a beautiful drum solo. I can get behind that. It's dulcet. 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 According to the pronunciation.
And what's the definition?
Oh. What's the meaning? Let's see. Pleasing to the ear. Generally pleasing or agreeable. A dulcet smile. The other one was sweet to the taste, but I don't think that's the definition that they're trying to use here. Like, this tastes delicious. Sweet, I mean. That's cool.
Yeah, you don't want them drumming on your house. Definitely not.
No. Nope. But we have a lot of woodpeckers down here. Luckily, we've always lived in cinder block houses, so we don't really have to worry about them pecking on the house, but on all the trees around us.
Oh, helps if I read what they're. Oh, that was the article. That was the big thing. I was like, we were talking about drummers and stuff, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So they've discovered that the brains of the birds, vocalists and drummers evolve separately, but similarity of the analyzed region hints at a common origin. So, birdsong is basically the brain controlling muscles in a vocal organ called the syrinx. And these sophisticated movements are not unlike the swift head and neck motions involved in drumming. Ugh. Scroll all the way down on the article. All right. That looks pleasant.
That looks.
Any guesses what that is?
Creepy. It kind of looks like bees, but it also looks like paper mache. I don't know. It looks like a foot with a bunch of creepy crawlies on it.
Well, I lost the article.
Oh no.
That's funny. So we'll never know. Let's see.
We don't know what it is. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Do you have it?
No. Unless it's the camouflage one. Yeah, I didn't see that picture in there. It's a mystery that will never be solved. Maybe we can find it next week. We'll forget about it. Yeah. Mhm. No, there's been a lot. Like the whole time I've lived down here, I haven't seen very many of like leaf insects. And at this house, I've seen so many, and I saw a little stick one too. A stick insect. It was on the house, so it clearly didn't understand its role, but it was still very cool to see.
I think I was muted when I was just reading that.
No, you weren't.
It wasn't? That's
Well,
interesting.
Unless when I was talking you were muted, and then yes, you were muted. I mean, unless when I was talking you were also trying to talk. But you read the article. You read some of the article, and you weren't muted.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What's your favorite camouflage bug?
Well, it's not a bug. I really like the those horned lizards. Those things are so cool. And I think they use that for camouflage. We used to have one that lived under our house in Arizona, and when it would crawl out, you could barely, I mean, we knew where he would hang out, so we would, keep our peepers open, but he had pretty good camouflage. What's your favorite? You look disappointed. You're like, yeah, that's not a bug.
I like the leaf bug, the one that's just like I'm just a leaf. That's the one because it's just simple. Because it's just like there's leaves all over, and it's like it would be so hard to find.
Yep.
He's not having good luck on those slots.
Oh man.
But yeah, I like that one just because it's just pretty straightforward. But it's to me that is like one of the most common things ever. I guess anything that looked like dirt or ground would also qualify as that. Tree stuff. I don't know. It's just kind of cool. I think all camouflage works, but like if you can fly and you can just land in a tree, you'd be like never found. If you're a leaf. And you match that tree, obviously. If you're like a leaf bug and you fly into a pine tree, that probably isn't very good.
You're like, I don't think this. I think you're just not wanting to live anymore. Little bugs. I think we should get rid of the slots. I think Craig might be addicted.
He's not gonna chat while he's driving, but he's gonna play slot machines while he's driving.
Yeah.
We need to see a winner. They're gonna think it's rigged just for us to get our points.
Craig, have you won any beans, or does Jeff just keep giving you beans?
Okay, so pretending to program got it. I think I figured it out. If you tried to put a command in,
like
an exclamation point, do an exclamation point in slots and then a space 20 or 10 or something. That'll probably work. Or exclamation top. I don't know, because it just started. I just got pretending to program showing up on here now. And I was trying commands, so who knows? All right. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into camouflage. They said masquerading is the most effective strategy. It will be interesting to further investigate the constraints, size, movement requirements. That would be really cool to start putting in a lot of data points. I think this is better than bubble research.
For camouflage?
Camouflage. Animals camouflage. What's the most effective camouflage out in nature? Mm-hmm. And then classify them and rank them.
Well, and then but I think you'd have to specify the nature, and then so there would be different different areas, right? Like desert, forest, urban area. So there's 3. Don't look at me with that face. That's much better. Oh, this show made me happy. Thank you. All right, bye everybody.
I was also trying to figure out. I just noticed, like, oh, maybe it doesn't. My mouse was like moving on the screen. I just found it really annoying as I was reading. I just saw it over on their screen. All right. Next up, we're gonna get to some weather. We're gonna have a break here in a second. Oh, we made it. I see it. It's
We
our
did?
next article. Yes. So let's take our break and get to the mysteries of how to change tabs.
Ooh, scary.
Oh yeah, it's the month of October. We got some Halloween episodes coming up. Didn't we start with like an axe in somebody's head and rabbit ears?
Oh, yeah. What? Our first episode was Halloween episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that means it's almost been a year.
Of streams, and we still have the same number of viewers.
That's okay. It's been a fun year. We'll have to do a uh I was gonna say compilation, but that would be silly. For our Halloween episode, we should do no sound. Oh man. Be fun.
That would be. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have a problem. Craig
What
died.
happened? No.
He tried to get a heist together, and nobody joined him. And he was a crew. He went on a crew with a crew of pirates and raiders to check their flintlocks and sharpen their cutlasses, and they disembarked for Blackheart Island. Blackheart Island has taken another soul. Craig was sent straight to J.V. Jones' locker.
Oh man.
That's so funny. Oh wait,
Sorry,
sad.
Craig.
I mean, sad. That's the correct response, right?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna take a quickie break, and it's gonna be. Let's see. Can I throw up my screen? Break screen. Can I edit it? On break. Let's see. In 2 minutes.
Oh, all right. Then I guess we better hurry.
All right. Hello, hello. Oh,
Hello, hello.
still got some intro music. Guess we gotta figure that out. We might have Patricia. She might be joining our little points group. We're trying to get it going. Do I gotta click? Let's refresh this. So what do you know about the Bermuda Triangle?
I know that a lot of people have died there. I did see a thing where they were saying one of the theories about what's been happening is that I think it's like wind columns or something. Um,
Oh, she's in.
huh?
Wind columns.
Wind. I don't know. It's like supposedly there. I don't know. It can get real windy and the wind just like blows straight down, and that's what they were thinking might be causing planes to go down. Or there's just all different kinds of things that they're assuming has to do with weather, but who knows? Well, some of the theories is that it's weather. What do you think's happening there? Sea monster?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be that the aliens have decided that's their turf.
They're like, you get the whole rest of the planet. This is ours.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly it. But I believe that it's just a bunch of it's kind of like just natural weather phenomenons happening kind of in that area.
Hmm.
And it just happens to make a triangle. We probably read into things more than it is, but it's you would want to map it out because it'd be like areas that crap's gonna go wrong, because you're gonna get hit by
Yeah.
you're gonna get hit by winds and tornadoes and whatever else. I don't know. I'm trying to get I lost something. One of my
Well, yeah, and
screens.
it can I think I mean there's other things that I've seen. I think there's like some weird underground or underwater um formations too. I don't know. I don't know. But it's probably aliens. I'm gonna change my answer.
Probably aliens. Well, the news says um, they have solved the dangerous mystery that has led to the disappearance of planes and boats in the notorious region known as the Bermuda Triangle. While lovers of the paranormal and animalous,
Anomalous?
anomalous, anomalous, uh, might enjoy discussing the idea. The new argument stems from the Science Channel's What on Earth series.
You okay? Yeah. What?
So there was, when I was reading earlier, there was a dead spot. Because I muted myself on my mic, but then I was coughing. And that's annoying if you can hear me. And I would expect you to cover for me and not have to listen
Yeah,
to
no,
me
I can
cough.
I can totally hear you. Yeah, I just checked and your sound's back on, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. I
fine.
watched the bar. That's why I got it. It's important to keep the thing up. But yeah, because I had noticed it was still on mute from when I went on break, so I was no sound in it for a little bit.
That's scary. That's scary now though that if your sound is off but I could still hear you. Although that feels regular because when we did our show with no sound. Never mind. It's standard. It's the way we roll.
Yeah, so we gotta close that gap so that if I'm muted, that you don't have to hear me.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know something.
Oh man.
Uh, Patricia, you got 200 points now, so gamble away.
All right. Money bags.
I know, I
You're
know.
like Scrooge McDuck. You can swim around.
Yeah,
Oh.
and don't be like Craig and just be like eye slots 200, all gone.
Yeah, and let's hope you don't end up in Davy Jones's locker.
Or maybe get a new heist going. Um, Air bombs. They're formed what's called microbursts. They're blasts of air that come down out of the bottom of the clouds and hit the ocean. They create waves that can sometimes be massive in size once they start to interact with each other. Makes complete sense. I can go with that.
Yeah.
Any plane or boat would struggle to avoid crashing in this kind of weather. Sea level winds can reach almost 100 miles an hour and waves over 40 feet high. Yeah!
Yeah, that feels like an accident waiting to happen.
Oh, that doesn't sound, yeah, definitely. And everybody wants to cut through there. That's the best. Like, say you're on this
Yeah.
backside here by Cuba, and it's like, oh, see, I gotta come over here with my mouse. You're on this backside over here by Cuba. You're gonna have to go all the way around.
Yeah. Well,
Just to
and
come
I
up
mean,
over
a lot
here.
of hurricanes just come through there. So on top of everything else, then you've got your hurricanes and your. Oh, yeah. It's got to be beautiful down there. I've never been, but man,
But not to be outdone, we here in Michigan also have our own triangle of death and
yeah, because
destruction.
it's so cold.
We've all heard of the Bermuda Triangle, but what about the mysterious locale known as the Michigan Triangle? It's an area that
I don't have
stretches
this one.
from. You don't have this one?
Let me see. Nope. Nope.
Is it towards the end?
Maybe. Nope.
I'm gonna paste it into Discord chat faster.
Thank y'all. Ah.
And it's an area that stretches from Ludington to Benton Harbor, Michigan, and to Manitowoc, Wisconsin.
I'm not even gonna try and.
The mysterious phenomenon of the Michigan Triangle first came to light in 1891 when a schooner named the Thomas Hume set off across the lake to pick up lumber and disappeared overnight with its crew of 7 sailors.
Mm-mm. I heard about that. Actually.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a YouTube channel called Ask a Mortician. And she brings up old stories like this anyway. Yeah, she talked about this. Very sad and interesting.
There's also a strange disappearance of Captain George Donner in 1937. He went to rest in his cabin before reaching port. When his crew member went to wake him, his door was locked from the inside, and he had vanished.
Oh, jeez.
That's what the crew said. That was their story. Everybody just bought it. That was the best. Who was telling that story? The guy that had the fight with him the night before.
Right? Yeah. Like, yeah, it was locked from the inside. Mysteries.
Yeah, that's too funny. Too funny. More riddles. So does the powerful force have anything to do with like Michigan Stonehenge, which was discovered in 2007? So now we have weather controlled by Stonehenge.
That feels right.
I think it's just like the same as the Bermuda. You got winds coming, crosswinds coming down, all kinds of crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it's cold.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what the weather's like up there. And I'm going to leave it at that.
How do we get bees again? I found the article.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. But we're going to continue with our weather stuff. We'll see if we get... here's what triggers great honeybees to do the wave.
Team spirit.
So that's what it is. We'll talk about it next week. Hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones.
Oh my. Oh, I already got that one.
Oh, because I was gonna try to do the video. Almost at the end. Oh no, you're not really. You got 2 more months of hurricane
Yeah.
season. But the big
Yeah, I
ones
know.
always
When I
seem to be
saw
at the
this, I was
end.
like, wait a second. I thought October was the last month. I thought we were almost done too.
Do you feel the bigger ones come at the end?
They seem to. I mean, it seems like whenever Florida's been in danger, it's usually October-ish. Well, since I've been here. I've only been here for 9 years, so and we've only really had like 2 or 3 on this side on the west coast of Florida. The East Coast gets hit a lot more often. Um, but yep, we've been very lucky.
Hurricanes, cyclones, and typhoons are different terms for the same weather phenomenon.
Which that's why I picked this because when I was on the West Coast, they talked about typhoons a lot, and I never really I mean, I knew it was weather in the Pacific, um, but it just never registered that it was the same thing as a hurricane. Not always been the smartest cookie.
What
Or
was the
picked up
name of
on
this hurricane?
uh Ian oh my gosh, Ian.
Ian? Oh, okay.
Yeah. For some reason I wanted to say Ivan, and I was like, "No, that's not right. I think it's Ian." Yeah, Ian.
Because I'm on a section that talks about Hurricane Ida. So I was like, what? Is an example of a cyclone that demonstrated repeated cycles of strengthening and weakening. Most hurricanes quickly weaken upon landfall, but Ida remained a major hurricane for 9 hours. As the world warms, it is expected that more tropical systems will use the warmer water to intensify rapidly. Tropical cyclone. So you guys had typhoons on the west coast?
I mean, not where I lived. I would just hear about them on the news. I mean, I'm from Olympia, Washington originally, so we were not close to the coast. Um, so it was never anything that I ever remember being worried about. If anything, we had to worry about uh, earthquakes because they're supposed to get that big one eventually. But yeah, I just remember hearing the word on the news, but not knowing what it was because it didn't affect me, and that's how I lived my life. Not saying that's a good thing. Just being honest.
Do you get lightning with your hurricanes?
Yes. We didn't see any lightning um with Ian because it was too far south, but we did get we it was windy for, like 2.5 days. It was rainy. Um, but we didn't get the winds or anything like they did farther south of Tampa. Um, it was I mean, we've had worse rainstorms, but the rainstorms that we've had this summer were, you know, 45 minutes or something, and this was 2.5 days of nonstop. So there was a ton of limbs um in the yard, and we could hear them falling on the roof, and we have a shed with a metal roof, so the kiddo was nervous when he'd hear that. The dogs were barking a lot. They didn't want to go outside. I mean, and we have power lines over our backyard, and then behind us is like a bunch of towers, electrical towers that go on for miles. So we have a couple of those like right in our backyard, basically, or behind our backyard. So we were more nervous about, if winds picked up too much that we might have electrical wires in our yard. But
Which you didn't.
no, 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 we got lucky, with it going farther south, which, I hope everybody down there is safe. But yeah, we didn't lose power, and none of the power lines came down. So
Cool.
and just some cleanup. Yep.
Lightning can be dangerous.
It can be very dangerous.
Do you think
How
there's
dangerous
different types
can
of
it be?
lightning?
I know there's ball lightning.
Is that what you shoot out of your hands?
Yes, like a wizard.
What is lightning?
It's a giant spark of electricity in the atmosphere between clouds, the air, or the ground.
So basically, a giant spark in the sky
Yeah.
that can go any direction.
Yeah.
Air acts as an insulator between the positive and negative charges in the cloud and between the cloud and the ground. When the opposite charges build up enough, kaboom! You have lightning.
Owie. Yep.
This insulating capacity of the air breaks down as there is a rapid discharge of electricity that we know as lightning. The flash of lightning temporarily equalizes the charged regions in the atmosphere until the opposite charges build up again. Thunder is the energy from a lightning channel that heats up the air briefly to around 50,000 degrees, much hotter than the surface of the sun.
That just feels weird.
Oh, you need to put a space in between your heist 20, Patricia, for your 20 in the heist. I'll do it again here in a second. Oh, I won.
Cheater.
Let's do another one. There we go.
We should do a show where we just play games the whole time.
We just play games the whole time and be quiet.
Yep.
We'll have to get better games. We'll have to get better games. There are plugins we could play like tic-tac-toe and stuff like that.
Oh, that would
with
be
our
fun.
viewers. Yep.
Except for like after you lose like twice, I bet from tic-tac-toe, it's not fun anymore. This game's stupid.
You might have to wait until it says that they're looking for a crew, but I don't know. I'm not sure how it works on that part. But Tetris would be fun. That would be fun. A fun group one. How far away do you think thunder can be heard?
I'm gonna say 15 miles.
25.
Oh, it says that right at the top of my screen. I wasn't too far off.
25 miles away. The more quickly, but the frequency of the sound changes with the distance from the lightning channels that produce it because higher frequencies are more quickly absorbed into the air. Where does lightning strike?
I don't know.
Tall objects.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I was like, I don't know what I don't understand the question.
Mountains also make good targets.
Yeah, those things are real tall.
The creation of lightning is a complicated process. We generally know what conditions are needed to produce lightning, but there is still a debate about exactly how a cloud builds up electrical charges and how lightning forms. Scientists think that the initial process for creating charge regions in thunderstorms involves small hail particles called grupple that are roughly 1/4 millimeter to a few millimeters in diameter and growing by a collection even smaller supercooled liquid droplets. They bounce off similar ice particles, gains one side of the charge, and the smaller ice particles gain the other side.
Ooh, cool.
And then boom.
Lightning. Yeah, we get some cool lightning storms down here.
Oops. Wrong one.
And the dogs don't like them. Nope.
Why not?
Because they're so loud.
How many thunderstorms each day? Any guesses out there? In the world?
In the world,
Mm-hmm.
heist 20.
We've been trying to run a heist. It might be on a cooldown. I don't know.
I'm gonna guess 100,000. And I didn't read it, so I don't know.
40,000.
Oh, I was way off. That's a lot, though. Worldwide.
There we go. 30-second there.
Are you playing heist? Oh yeah, you are.
I was trying to. No, I was trying to. You could also type into it. But
I know, but when I tried opening it, my screen kept going dark. I'm having troubles with one of my monitors, so every once in a while, it'll just go dark and I can't do anything. And so I was like, well, I better quit messing around with it so I can see what's actually happening with the rest of it. Whoa.
there was a cooldown on it for 3 minutes. I had to go reset it. But we'll see. We'll see if it works. 40,000 in a day. That's a lot of storms.
Yeah. A lot of lightning storms.
The US has more tornadoes than anywhere in the world.
I wonder why.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I can't type.
Captain Patricia.
You gotta put the exclamation point there.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I joined.
It's a treasure hunt. Oh, yeah, it already said that. I guess it would be.
Much about tornadoes still remain a mystery. We have the most here in the US. Floods, except for heat related fatalities, more deaths occur from flooding than any other.
Yeah, I remember California. It seemed like California had a lot of floods. And, is it floods? Maybe I'm thinking of mudslides.
Mudslides.
Yeah,
Lightning.
floods are scary. I wouldn't want to have anything to do with that. That's scary.
Yeah, I'd hope you can swim if you're getting flooded.
I don't think it matters if you know how to swim. It's like because all the stuff that's in the flood water, you don't know what's in there.
Lightning is one of the oldest observed natural phenomena on Earth. At the same time, it is one of the least understood.
Yeah, well, if it can get as hot as the sun or hotter than the sun, that makes sense. You don't really want to be around for it. You're like, let's take a closer look at this. I guess that's what storm chasers do, right?
Hail can cause billions of dollars of damage to structures, crops, and livestock.
Hey, you guys did it.
Yay! Ho,
If
ho,
nobody pulled
ho.
from.
Oh my gosh. Now look at this. We're going to see who's in the lead. Let me fix something. Oops.
Your little button eyes are float around your face a little bit, and it's real creepy.
I have a built-in Halloween costume.
You certainly do. Yeah, my mouth doesn't move anymore, and your little peepers are floating all over the place. That's not fair. When I take a sip of coffee, then I get mouth movement.
Damaging winds. Straight line winds are responsible for most thunderstorm damage. These winds can cause as much damage as a tornado. And then nobody really. Winter weather. Forecasting winter weather accurately is difficult because the degree of two temperatures can mean the difference between snow or freezing rain.
That would make it difficult. It's like trying to find out somebody's age from a picture. So what's our next show?
I don't know.
To be decided.
Any suggestions?
For me or from the crowd?
From the stream of crowd. Does this only just go to the one side? Yep, it only goes to the one side. Why does it do that? So what do you think?
Well, I don't know. Hopefully somebody will give us some suggestions, and if not, then we'll have to come up with the idea. Friday, I guess. Just a kitty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Other
Yeah.
Darcy.
She's like, hey, I got an idea.
I was gonna say that too. I forget though. You do other Darcy.
Yeah, it would be weird if you talked for yourself.
Yeah. For my other self.
Yep. So now that we have our points starting to go, we'll see how that works out. We'll continue to add more around that. You may be even able to use your points to redeem merch, or we'll get our merch store going. I'll have to show Darcy what I'm talking about after this. It's kind of funny.
I can't wait.
So.
I do have to go to the
Yep.
ladies' room.
All right. Well, then let's wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, folks.
Let's see if we can get our outro going. Oh, look at that.
That's us.
Oh, we still gotta fix it. I was playing too much with the loyalty stuff. And it's so small. You know, just so tiny. We need to like have it grow, zoom in and out, dance around. I don't know.
We'll have to say, we'll have to rate the show and be like, strobing effect may cause seizures. So please caution.
All right, everyone, have a nice weekend.
Yep, have a great weekend.
Talk to you later. Bye.